For years, Garvey has been feeding students with purchased meal plans here on campus, and lately it's been feeding students cupboards with plates, silverware, and dishes belonging to Garvey, which isn't a part of the meal plan. The time has come where female high school students get to feel like Cinderella for a day, prom, and this year students are striving for nothing short of the glass slipper. Tomorrow at the Whitney Center across from the St. Cloud Community and Technical College, the floors will be taken over by robots. To find out more information on mosquitoes or to get help controlling them, visit the Metropolitan Mosquito Control website. Precautions you can take to avoid being a victim of crime while shopping this holiday season. And one of those precautions is avoid overloading yourself, as this can create distractions. The students are voicing their opinion loud and clear.
How to say hello in polite way in Korean. So it's say 안녕하세요. Can you?
안녕하세요.
That was close, like 안, 영, 하세요. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. You're great. For years, Garvey has been feeding students with purchased meal plans here on campus, and lately it's been feeding students cupboards with plates, silverware, and dishes belonging to Garvey, which isn't a part of the meal plan. Garvey is a welcoming place for SESU students to come to satisfy their hunger for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and to socialize. And although Garvey's doors close at 7, it seems a part of Garvey is going home with the students.
I've seen them on my floor. Just last night or 2 nights ago, I saw some girl on my floor in the bathroom doing dishes, and I recognized Garvey cups.
These disappearing items are not only impacting costs, but impacting a business as a whole.
It's also something that directly impacts our costs as a provider. And that we have to, when we have to turn around and replace those kind of resources, it has an impact on our business.
Sodexo, the company operating Garvey, like other companies, works on a fixed budget. And when items go missing, the company is responsible for picking up the slack.
It just adds more expense to the cost of doing business that we could be using maybe that money some other places. And so that's why, you know, you've seen we started out last week, we put little notes in all the napkin dispensers to talk about dish and takeout policy in order to keep, you know, we just said, it's just very simple. It said in order to keep your meal plan and cost of dining at Garvey Commons Center down, please abide by the following guidelines, you know. No dishes are to be taken out of the Garvey Common dining room. This includes silverware, plates, bowls, glasses, etc. If you currently have any dishes in your room, could you please return them? You know, no food is to be taken out of the dining room with the exception of a piece of fruit, a dessert, ice cream, a cup of coffee, or a beverage.
The Garvey guidelines can also be found on the www.sesudining.com.
And just to put things into perspective, what replacements are being made?
Well, as an example, on average, 15 cases of the red tumbler glasses are being replaced per semester.
Mm-hmm. And since there's only 9 of the colored mugs left, how many were there to start?
To start, there's 480 of those, and that was just since November, so that kind of puts that in perspective.
Nice.
Thanks, Alyssa. Yeah, thank you.
We want justice! We want it now!
The protest began this morning in Atwood, with students drawing out posters in preparations to take their protest across campus at the Wick Science Building, where the groundbreaking was taking place for the new iSouth building, with Governor Dayton present at this event.
Mr. Safari really has changed our campus quite a lot. He's been here for 8 years, and prior to him being here, admissions office really didn't work with our community of color.
The colorful posters with bold remarks, along with the hoots and hollers, rumbled its own form of groundbreaking. Protesters are in support of bringing Mahmoud Safari back to work.
He's done nothing wrong. He's done a lot of things right, and we feel that he was unfairly fired. Also, the manner in which he was fired. We don't believe that people of color should be treated that way. We don't believe anybody should be treated that way.
The students are voicing their opinion loud and clear.
And Potter's demonstrating exactly what we say that he's doing. He's not talking to the students. He's not hearing our concerns. So then Governor Dayton comes and he's like, yeah, I'll listen to your concerns. What is he going to do? He's just going to listen, and then he's going to go back to his office.
Students took turns standing in a semicircle to voice their opinions and share their concerns with Governor Dayton.
I'm not just fighting for Mahmoud. I'm fighting for being accepted for who I am, to be accepted for the value I have and for my abilities to make a difference, you know?
And what better to have your voice heard than when the governor is in town?
The facts. I'll meet early next week with Chancellor Rosenstone and the chair of the Board of MnSCU, Mr. Thiss, and share your concerns with them directly. And students who are here to protest, showing such respect during the ceremony, and they gave their word they would do so, and I gave my word that I would listen to them, which I did. And I told them that I would set up a meeting with myself and the Chancellor next week and share what they've told me with him. I don't have direct authority over the MnSCU system, so I will convey their concerns.
Alyssa, you joined us now to tell us about this mosquito issue. So are they like overpopulated right now, or what's up?
Yeah, actually it's due to the weather conditions. Because we had such a mild winter, the mosquitoes are here earlier on, so that's why we're kind of seeing them in the air right now.
Well, let's see Alyssa's story.
We have an early visitor in our midst, and this visitor doesn't have to be seen, it can be heard.
The challenging thing is, with this very warm spring that we've seen, mosquitoes are developing much earlier than they normally would. We're already seeing mosquitoes developing in the water and probably anticipate them hatching out 2 to 3 weeks earlier than we normally see them.
I've heard that there are more out now because it's warmed up so quickly.
Minnesota is known for its mosquito population, but not as much for its mild winters. And a mild winter like we've seen this year means mosquitoes earlier on.
Normally this time of the year we don't even think about seeing adult mosquitoes. So we've had some of those calls, and that's a direct result of this rather unusual warm spring weather that we've been having.
Nature will take its course, and we have to live with what nature disperses. However, there are means to avoiding the mosquito population.
The primary thing that people can do is you certainly want to police your neighborhoods and remove anything that can hold water for a week or more. Mosquitoes throughout Minnesota have thousands of places, natural wetlands that they can develop in, and we don't want to give them any artificial habitat to develop in. So if you've got an old tire or a bird bath or something that might hold water for a week or more, you want to make sure and change the water out of there every week. If the water isn't there for more than a week, you won't have mosquitoes developing in there. So that's primarily the main thing you can do from a larval or immature mosquito standpoint. To minimize your impact with adult mosquitoes, you want to keep the vegetation around your home trimmed fairly thin. Mosquitoes like to hang out in heavy vegetation during the daytime. And then you want to avoid mosquitoes kind of at their peak activity times. They're most active around dusk and dawn.
To find out more information on mosquitoes or to get help controlling them, visit the Metropolitan Mosquito Control website.
So what other steps can we take to avoid mosquitoes?
It's recommended to wear loose, light-colored clothing and also to use repellents and insect control products.
Korean language classes are held all over the United States, and just starting this year at St. Cloud State, room A119 in the Education Building on Friday evenings has been dedicated to teaching the Korean language to students and families of St. Cloud.
You have to be prepared for a student to memorize things and all those things, but this is a little more relaxed class. And then I can see these mom, dad, and children come in here and then learn it. And the parents find out, oh my God, my son pronounces everything much better than I do. And children they are proud of what they do. And parents find out other ways of their children. And it's almost like a family time too.
Speaking of language, what does language do for a community?
Language itself is a representative of a culture. So learning a new language is a process of getting into others' life. I like learning languages, just for the fun of it and how they express things.
It's not just about the language, it's about the culture thing and that learning language can affect people to like be like one. Teach you how to say hello in polite way in Korean. So it's say 안녕하세요. Can you?
안녕하세요.
That was close. Like 안, 녕, 하세요. 안녕. 안녕하세요.
하세요.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
You're great.
So how can you get involved and also learn the Korean language?
It is open to public, so they can, if they want to come, it's 5 in the afternoon, they come into the class and then say we are new and we will start from